I was sharing my faith before Bible discussion, and I ran into this guy, and it's like, hey man, would you like to come out? He's like, not really. I was like, well, are you a Christian? He's like, I'm a half Christian. And I think just right away I was just like, what does that even mean? Like, how does this guy not know the scriptures? Like, there's no way to be a half Christian. And I think just it relates to this verse and just how Jesus was feeling when he heard just the Sadducees in Mark 12 just kind of challenging him about just a marriage, and if a husband dies and the brother is supposed to marry the husband in heaven, whose wife is it going to be? And Jesus replies in verse 24, "Are you not in error because you do not know the scriptures or the power of God?" And I think just as disciples, and especially as leaders, that we are just blessed to know both the power of God and the truth about scriptures. And I think with that, the devil tries to tempt us and to challenge us because we know those things. And I just think back to about 6 months ago, I was in Fresno, and I was having a really good conversation with my aunt and my cousin and my mom. And we were talking about a bunch of different things and about our church and just how I believe we're different and why I like our church. And it got to just the topic of baptism. And my aunt looked me dead in the eye and said, "Kendall, are you saying that because I was baptized as a baby that I'm not saved?" And I was just kind of taken back, and I was like, man, she's seen the power of God. She's seen half of it, but yet she's at fault with the scriptures. And I replied, I'm not God, but according to the Word of God and what I believe, yes, that's true, you're not saved. And after that, my mom actually kind of rebuked me on the car ride home. She's like, how dare you tell your aunt that she's not saved? Like, how could you be that way? And I was just feeling really down and upset about this conversation. But actually from that, my cousin, who doesn't go to our church but is just really eager to learn, she actually called me and messaged me and just wanted to know so much more about my life and our church and baptism. And she actually ended up getting baptized, and she's progressing to her faith. And I'm just really glad that just truth and the power of God was able to be shown through this conversation that I had, even though it was difficult. I think that we just have to have this heart, knowing that there's people on our campuses that don't know either the power of God or the truth. And we just have to be able to be willing to go out and know that if we work hard, we'll be able to see the power of God grow. Thank you guys.